So today I am going to discuss about international organization in a unipolar world. So here you remember one thing that already we have discussed about what is unipolar world. Unipolar world is that world where one country became the most superior country in the world, and it generally put its influence throughout the world. So nowadays America is the leader of this world, and America trying its level best to spread its influence as much as possible. So in that context, why we need international organization, why international organization are necessary. After the First World War, for the first time one international organization came into existence, and that one was League of Nations. But League of Nations unable to fulfill its duties and responsibilities, and that is why in 1939 again Second World War started. And after the end of the Second World War, another international organization came into existence, and that is known as UNO, United Nations Organization. So UNO was established after the Second World War, and still UNO is there. So here you remember one thing, that in an unipolar world, the necessity of an international organization is much more greater than that of earlier period, because here UNO can at least play a role of mediator. It will try to establish international peace and tranquility by taking assistance from other countries, and it may be in a position to control to certain extent the superpower, that is America, etc., etc. So international organization is always necessary, and particularly in case of this system, that means unipolar system, the UNO is very much necessary, because number of countries are members of this UNO. So UNO as an organization of all the countries may put restriction, or may be able to put restrictions on the unlawful activities of America if anything is going on. Then number of countries are there who are enjoying veto power in UNO, so they can also use their veto power against UNO, against USA to control its activities. So UNO, or international organization, is very necessary. After that, we will study about the objectives of UNO and organs of UNO. So objectives of UNO, very simple. It is very much interested to maintain world peace and tranquility. Then it is also very much interested to develop economic, social, and develop and coordinate the economic, social, and cultural relations among the country. UNO is also very much interested to protect the humanity from the devastation of another war, that means a third world war, and it also interested to maintain good relations between the countries so that they can develop, especially in economic field. So these are some of the objectives of UNO. And organs of UNO, all of you know: General Assembly, Security Council, Economic and Social Council, Trusteeship Council, International Court of Justice, and Secretariat. So from here you at least learn about where their head office is, and how many members are there, what are their activities, etc., etc. Very briefly, who is the President, Secretary General, where is the main office of International Court of Justice, what is the meaning of Trusteeship Council, then what is the role played by the Security Council, short note of General Assembly and Security Council, etc. About Economic and Social Council, what are its activities, you study about all these things. Then restructuring and the future of UNO. So whatever the role UNO is playing nowadays, most of the countries are not satisfied with the role of UNO. So question arises to restructure UNO. That means to make it much more powerful, give it much more power, so that it can play a more positive role to establish world peace and security. So that is one of the reason, and another reason is that there are only 5 members who are treated as the permanent members of the UNO, and from time immemorial, they, or from the birth of the UNO, they are the these 5 members are there as permanent members. So now it is high time to restructure UNO and to increase the number of permanent member, or to change the existing permanent members, that is necessary. So mainly from that two point of view, that means to give more power to UNO so that it can play a very positive, very proactive role in establishing peace and tranquility in this world, or to avoid war between the nations, as well as the organization of UNO is also not proper. Only the 5 members are acting as permanent member of the Security Council from the birth of UNO. So it is high time to change the number of members, or increase it and include more members stayed there as permanent members, and if necessary to change the present member also. Then inclusion of India as permanent member of UNO. Sometime question also there. Give some points in favor of inclusion of India as permanent member of UNO. India is not a permanent member of UNO, but there is a call for inclusion of India as permanent member of UNO. For example, number of reasons are established in favor of this statement. What are those reasons? For example, India is the second populous country in this world. Then it is the most successful democratic country in the world. India is also nowadays emerging as a strong economic power in this world. India is a very peace-loving country and always try to negotiate with other countries. India themselves never attack other countries on their own initiative. India is always helping UNO for solving various conflicts. Then India also contributed a big amount of money to UNO. So there are several reasons which are actually prove that it is very much necessary to include India as a permanent member of UNO. But objection is also there, especially Pakistan objected the inclusion of India as a permanent member of the Security Council of UNO because from the birth of Pakistan still now the relation between India and Pakistan is not smooth, and Pakistan thought that if India become the permanent member of the Security Council, they may use or misuse their veto power, and they may actually hamper the interest of Pakistan. So for all these reasons, Pakistan trying to obstruct in this process of inclusion of India as the permanent member of UNO. So this type of question may be there. Then new international organization after the Second World War, along with UNO, certain international economic organizations came into existence like World Bank, WTO, World Trade Organization, IMF, International Monetary Fund, etc. Most of these organizations, they are economic international organization, and these are actually maintained mainly by USA, or USA contributed a big amount of money or the lion's share of the fund of those organizations by USA, and that is why indirectly USA controlling those economic organizations. But then also you read little bit about when they came into existence, what is the purpose of establishment of these organizations, where their main offices, etc., etc. This new organization are IMF, then WTO, World Trade Organization, then World Bank, etc. So these are the organizations. These are mainly economic organizations which came into existence after the Second World War, and they are mainly controlled by USA. Why? Because lion's share of their fund are actually they are getting from USA. So USA control them. Then another there are some NGOs also. They are also playing very important role nowadays in international setup. For example, Amnesty International, Human Rights Watch, etc. Amnesty International came into existence in 1961 and its office is at London, and it came into existence I think in 1970 something, you find out, and its office is at New York. Both the organizations are there. They are mainly interested to protect the human rights of the people. They are interested to protect the rights of prisoners. They are interested to find out where the violation of human rights took place. They take measures to draw the attention of the concerned government where violation of human rights took place, etc. So for these organizations also you read little bit, so that if the question is there from this type of organization, you can write it. So this is in nutshell about international organization in a unipolar world. International organization is very necessary and it is still there. UNO is still playing a very good role, but then also we are not satisfied with the rule of UNO, and that is why number of nations are asking for restructuring of UNO to give it more power so that it can at least control the whole world scenario. And there is also a call for inclusion of India as permanent member of UNO. There is objection also. Then there is objectives of UNO, number of organs are there of UNO, what are the activities of those organs, where their head office is situated, then number of economic organization, what their rule, who actually control those organization, and international organization like non-NGO, non-governmental organization like Amnesty International, Human Rights Watch. They were mainly established to protect the human rights of the people throughout the world. So in a nutshell, this is the chapter. So the next day I will go for another one. So thank you.